In this video, we're gonna talk about the free trade treaties.
The Transatlantic Free Trade Agreement, also known as TAFTA, started negotiations on July 2013 and ended on October 2016. It is conformed of 28 members of the European Union and the US. Its main objective is to liberalize international trade between both economies. Between them, they represent 30% of the world's international trade. This does not affect directly to Mexico, but it has indirect implications because the European Union can make business directly with the US instead of coming to Mexico. A good example of this is before the agreement, the European Union used to make business with Mexico and from there triangulate to the US. Some improvements that could be implemented to this agreement is more environmental, social, security policies because it lacks or relaxes on environmental issues as well as goes to a more free exchange of personal data of citizens.
The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or better known as APEC, promotes the free trade through the Asia-Pacific region. Some of the members are Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, Mexico, the United States, Papua New Guinea, Chile, Peru, and Russia. The APEC focuses on three pillars: trade and investment liberalization, business facilitation, and economic and technical cooperation. According to the Mexican government, the 87.6% of the international commerce on Mexico was made by countries that are part of the PEC. The foreign direct investment in Mexico from the PEC is $2,080 million. APEC has brought many benefits in the Mexican economy. For example, in 2007, Cementos Mexicanos bought the Australian company Rinker, making the Mexican firm the biggest cement company in the world. The Mexican government needs to have more presence within the members of the PEC. This is an opportunity to diversify the Mexican economy and finding new allies.
Or FTAA is an expansion to the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. Representatives from all countries in North, South, and Latin America, as well as the Caribbean, are involved. The only country not represented is Cuba. Upon is that the FTAA wants to privatize to eliminate all barriers to trade and to strengthen intellectual property rights. The achievements of these policies to date include a huge increase in the gap between rich and poor countries, the elimination of environmental protection laws, decimation of indigenous peoples, and an incredible payoff for the rich. The institutions have admitted that their policies have had negative effects, but the policies haven't changed. The will not only extend to the failed policies of the NAFTA, which have eroded living standards, undermined workers' rights, devastated family farms, and empowered corporations to challenge domestic public interest laws, but could also include new provisions to severely restrict the ability of federal, state, and local governments throughout the hemisphere to regulate both public and private sectors, or to provide essential public services.
The TPP was established on February 4th of 2016 with its founding members being Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, the US, and Vietnam. Its objective is to reduce tariff and non-tariff barriers as well as to increase investment between the members. This would bring on investment on the technological sector for Mexico, especially due to the new reforms that it has been through. I would recommend this because it would not only bring this investment to Mexico, but also create a closer relationship between the countries of the TPP and also it would bring new businesses to Mexico due to the absence of treaties between Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore.
As a conclusion, what should be improving Mexican foreign trade policy is the expansion. Mexico is still missing to do free trade agreement with very important countries like Brazil, India, Singapore, Australia. Also, Mexico should focus on taking the full advantage of the treaties that they already have. In some cases, many Mexican companies don't even know that this treaty exists. Therefore, they can take advantage of them. So we propose that the government should create more programs in order to try and help companies grow by letting them know that this treaty exists. And therefore, they will expand through the international commerce. The five recommendations that we will make for Mexico are: the first one, try to expand and have more free trade agreements with other countries, especially strong countries. The second one, try and renegotiate or update old free trade agreements. The economy and trends change constantly, so we think that the trade agreements should be looked at more often. The third one, take advantage to the fullest of its capacity and its already established free trade agreements. The fourth one, educate people about international commerce. The fifth one, create more programs in order for companies to know more about international commerce and give them a chance to expand.